Hey folks, Mike Johnson here. If it's got wheels and an engine, you're in the right place. On this channel, we dive into car repairs, maintenance tips, and everything you need to keep your ride running smooth. If you're into cars and want to keep learning, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. It really helps the channel out. All right, enough talking. Let's get into it.
Control arms are basically just chunks of metal. Unless they suffer impact damage from, say, a collision, they rarely fail. Instead, what usually requires replacement are the bushes and ball joints that are built into the control arm. On some cars, the bushes and joints are not repairable, which means that the whole control arm has to be replaced when these components deteriorate. Other times, it's just more efficient to replace the whole control arm instead of individual seals and bushings, which are often press-fitted and difficult to remove. Front control arm inspection methods. There are many ways to check the wear of suspension arms, bushings, and ball joints. Of course, you'll need to lift and support the vehicle safely to perform most of these inspections. And don't forget to wear your safety glasses. Note, the following are general guidelines for educational and entertainment purposes only. Consult your vehicle's factory information for specific repair instructions and recommended safety procedures. Perform a visual inspection. The first step is to perform a visual inspection. Check the control arm itself for problems, such as cracks, distortion and extensive rust damage. You'll also want to inspect the control arm bushings for major tears and cracks. A minor weather check is normal. Finally, check the ball joints for torn grease boots and other damage. Check control arm bushing clearance. Checking the control arm bushings is quite easy. Place a lever on the control arm near the bushing. Then try moving the control arm back and forth. You can also try moving it down, depending on the bushing design. Don't use a lot of force when doing this, be gentle. Slight movement of a control arm with rubber bushes is normal. If, however, there is a significant amount of control arm movement, this is a good indication that the bushing is worn and needs to be replaced. As a general rule, some experts say that movement of 1/8 foot or more indicates that a rubber control arm bushing is worn and needs to be replaced. Also, in some cases, you may be able to spot bad control arm bushings with the vehicle on the ground. Ask a friend to turn the steering wheel back and forth while you look at the control arm. If the bushings are sufficiently worn, you may be able to see the arm and/or bushings moving excessively back and forth. If there is significant movement of the control arm, this is a good indication that the bushing is worn and needs to be replaced. Check ball joints for play. Next, you'll want to check the ball joints for play. The formal method for this inspection varies widely, depending on your car's suspension type. Generally, the procedure is to check the joint for radial, horizontal, and axial, vertical, play by pushing and levering on the wheel tire assembly. However, some automakers suggest pulling on the control arm itself. Consult your vehicle's factory repair information to determine your car's suspension type and how to properly check the ball joints. There are a few other less formal methods you can also use to check ball joint play. The first technique requires the vehicle to be parked with all four wheels on the ground. Ask a friend to turn the steering wheel back and forth while you look at the ball joint. In some cases, you may notice excessive radial play if the joint is sufficiently worn. Another method I often use, which is admittedly a little unorthodox, requires a large set of sliding joint pliers. Carefully place the ball joint vertically between the clamp jaws and tighten. You'll see visible axial movement if the joint is worn. Finally, some spherical plane bearings have built-in wear indicators. Measuring wear with this design is simple. With the vehicle on the ground, take a look underneath the car. Check whether the wear indicator, the raised area around the grease nipple, is recessed into the joint. If so, the seal is worn and needs replacing. In conclusion, diagnosing a defective control arm is crucial for maintaining your vehicle's safety and performance. By paying attention to warning signs such as unusual noises, uneven tire wear, and poor handling, you can identify potential issues early. Remember to conduct a thorough visual inspection and, if necessary, seek professional assistance to ensure accurate diagnosis and repair. Taking these steps will help you keep your vehicle in optimal condition and enhance your driving experience. Thank you for watching, and drive safely.